Thank you, Timothy. And good afternoon, evening, everyone. Yeah, this is Dylan from Swinburne University of Technology, Sarawak campus. Thank you for being here and thank you for having us. Let me start by sharing my screen. Okay, so I hope everyone can see this. If not, please let me know. I'll try again. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay,
All
thank
good.
you. So let's start. Again, my name is Dylan. So I'm in international student recruitment at Swinburne University of Technology, Sarawak campus. So right away, just jumping in, my first slide is just to quickly indicate, why do students choose Swinburne Sarawak? So first and foremost, we are actually at Australia Branch Campus University, located in Malaysia, in the city of Kuching. So yeah, we had a recent upgrade, just actually and ended last year, the final upgrade. So we got very new facilities and we're located in a city campus in Kuching. And being an Australian branch campus, we award Australian degree programs, which can be completed in Malaysia. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me move on. Also, our world ranking is currently we're in the top 1% of universities worldwide. Thirdly, probably one of the more important reasons why students choose to study at Swinburne Sarawak compared to Australia is that the fees that they pay in the Australia camp and in the Malaysia campus are much lower compared to Australia. So it's only about one third of what they pay in Australia. Number four, being a branch campus, we also offer exchange and transfer options to the Swinburne Australia campus in Hawthorne, Melbourne. So students also have that option to do part of their degree or fully complete their degree on transfer to Swinburne, Australia. And we are number five. We're very proud of our graduate employability. The majority of our graduates, more than 95%, will be able to find a job within 4 to 6 months of graduation. And lastly, because we are the only one in Malaysia, we are an Adobe Creative Campus. Yeah, the only one in Malaysia and one of only 20 worldwide, meaning that all our students will actually get full free access to the full suite of Adobe software. So about 20 apps, including, as you know, Photoshop, Illustrator, Acrobat, all the industry standard software. Right. So moving on, Swinburne, as you know, we are originally from Australia. So the main campus is in Melbourne or in a suburb of Melbourne called Hawthorne. So we've been there for over 100 years. Um, I am from and I am at the Sarawak campus. So we call it Swinburne Sarawak for short. We've been around since the year 2000. So we just celebrated our 25th anniversary last year. So if we stay on this slide, if you look at the map, so where we are, Kuching, is actually on the island of Borneo. We are the capital city of Sarawak. And from there, you can actually see we are part of Malaysia, but we are in East Malaysia. So from Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia, it's a one and a half hour flight to the east to the island of Borneo. So we are our own city and we have our own international airport as well. Right. So here, just again to drive home the fact that if you study at the Swinburne Sarawak campus in Malaysia, you'll be getting exactly the same degree as the graduates of Swinburne, Australia. So the degree certificate is only mentioned Swinburne University of Technology, Victoria, Australia. So no mention of Malaysia anywhere on the certificate. Of course, the transcript that they get every semester will indicate the campus where they studied. So it's either Sarawak or Hawthorne. Okay, a bit on our rankings. Our best ranking so far is probably for the young universities. We are in the top 24 of young universities under 50 years old. And our other strong programs include art and design, again, top 50, and engineering, top 100, and computer science, top 150. And the school is B, 100% of business schools worldwide. And these are some of the professional recognition that the students can expect once they graduate with a Swinburne degree. So, for example, for the accounting graduates, their degree is accredited by CPA Australia, ACCA, uh, CIMA, and so on. For engineering, we have Engineers Australia, and we have the Board of Engineers Malaysia. Generally, Swinburne's engineering degree is accredited by the Washington Accord. That means they once they graduate, they're able to work in just about any country in the world, practice as an engineer. Yeah, so we mentioned this about the graduate employability. So where do they end up, our graduates? So you will find them in top 100 global brands, like where we see here. Not only these, but these are the more well-known ones. But my next slide, so here we can see that the Swinburne graduates will be can find employment in any part of the world because the Swinburne Australia degree is globally recognized. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking for a while. Okay, here I'm gonna show a video of Kuching. I think most of us here today may not have been to Kuching before. So here's a tourism video to give you an idea of the city.
Thank you.
Okay, so I hope everybody managed to catch all that. So that was a video by the Sarawak Tourism Board of Kuching itself. So as you can see, maybe you couldn't tell from the video, but we're not a very big city. Here's a photo of it of the city center. The population actually is less than 1 million. So by Malaysia standard, we're probably the fourth largest city in Malaysia. So it's from the video you can see it's a very tourist friendly spot. Lots of culture, history, as also a culinary city. So in the middle of the city, you have a river running through. There's a waterfront, and our campus. From this photo, you can see it's actually from about 10 minutes from the city center. So it's still a city campus. Yeah. And also from the video, we could find that getting to the beach is also very close. It's less than an hour's drive from the city center. Okay. Right. Let's a bit about exchange and transfer. So being an Australian branch campus, our students get to can choose to spend some time in Australia. If they're going on exchange, it means they can go for 1 semester, and the benefit is that they continue to pay Malaysian fees. So basically, all branch campuses have an exchange option with the mother campus, and so they will continue to pay the branch campus fee when they are there. So it's limited to 1 semester. There is an entry requirement, as we see here, and usually also an interview process. This is for going to Australia, but we also have exchange partnerships with other universities around the world. Examples here include China, Germany, India, Indonesia, Japan, and South Korea. Yeah, so students could also do up to 2 semesters on exchange to these other partner universities besides Swinburne, Australia. If they want to finish the degree in Australia, we have the transfer program. So basically, they can go anytime after the first year with us. So that means they can transfer in the second year or the third year or even in the final semester in some cases. If they transfer, then they will be enrolled at Swinburne, Australia, and they will be paying Australian fees. Right. At the moment, this is our student population at Swinburne, Sarawak. We have more than 4,500 students from over 50 countries. About 18% are international students, so almost 1,000 students international. Okay, this video now shows the campus itself, so please enjoy.
For over a century, Swinburne has pioneered innovative education, strong industry engagement, and social inclusion. This legacy continues at Swinburne, Sarawak, where our vision remains unwavering since day one. Focusing on a top-tier learning atmosphere, Swinburne, Sarawak stands out with its state-of-the-art campus facilities. From the Borneo atrium at the heart of the campus, to the student village, our on-campus accommodation, as well as the library with its 24-hour study area, the versatile multipurpose hall for sports and events, and the vibrant student hub, our campus signifies our commitment to provide our students with a world-class learning environment. At Swinburne, the classroom is only the beginning. Here, every Swinburne learner isn't just educated, they're experienced. Our deep industry partnerships give learners real industry experience with innovation and creativity in every course, connecting them to their career faster. We are constantly forging ahead, upgrading and shaping a model of university fit for the ever-evolving future. And it's all based right here in Kuching, Sarawak. It's the ideal city for ambitious minds, providing everything needed to foster professional and personal growth. Thanks to our strategic location in the heart of the city, the Swinburne community is granted easy access to all essential and inspiring destinations. As we embark on this journey of innovation and progress, our vision is crystal clear: people and technology working together to build a better world. Join us in shaping a future where collaboration knows no bounds, and together we create a world of next-gen leaders and thinkers in technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship.
Okay, so that was the video of our campus itself. So showcasing the facilities, a bit on our on-campus accommodation as well. So again, this being in the city, the campus is not very big. It's a total of 16.5 acres, so it's not huge by any standard. So here from on the map, you can actually see our location. So that area marked in the red line, that's where the campus is. If you see those two buildings in the middle with the square buildings with the red roof, that's actually our student village, the on-campus accommodation. So being where we are actually very close to many amenities. Like from left to right, if you can see the number 2 there is next to the uni is actually a private hospital. And then at the bottom, if you go towards number 6, that's actually a shopping mall. That's just across the road from the mall, from the campus. And then beside our campus, just outside the gate where the student village is, we have 24-hour restaurants. And further to the right, number 9, there's also a 3-star hotel. So most things are very close to the campus. And just an update from this image. If you see, there's a football field sized. There's a field within the campus. So now actually half of that field has been given up to build a metro station. So by the end of this year, we will actually have our own metro station named Swinburne, which actually will link. The Kuching is going to have the first metro. So our line will actually be from the airport through Swinburne and towards the city centre. But there'll also be an interchange across the road that can also bring passengers to the beach, for example, hopefully also in less than an hour. Right, so these are the courses that we offer at Swinburne Sarawak. So not everything that is offered in Australia, but we generally offer the most popular programs. So we have arts, built environment, which is actually quantity surveying, and we'll be also starting interior architecture this year. We have business. Business is the second largest school. We have computing, including computer science. We have design, engineering. Engineering is currently the largest faculty, followed by science. And these are the level of studies that we offer from foundation all the way to PhD. So here is also a range of the fee. I indicated in USD since we might be from different countries, different education systems. So possibly USD is the more recognizable one. So here you can actually see also, if we take the example of the bachelor or master degree and compare it to the Swinburne Australia fee, it's really at 1/3 or even less of what the students would pay in Australia for the same degree. Okay, this is the full list of courses that we offer, but again, all the information is also available on our website, and we can share the links later, as well as this the slides from this presentation as well. These are the intake dates we have for this year. So I understand that today's session is focusing on the first half, recruitment for the first half of the year. So actually, our big intake for the first half is in March, the 2nd of March, and actually visa applications have just closed for this one. So students who want to join a diploma or bachelor may be interested to join the next intake in September. So there's still time for September. If those who will be taking a foundation program, applications and visa applications are still open for the April intake. So from April, June, September, a student can still apply to join our foundation program. ELICOS is the English classes. In case a student does not meet our English entry requirement, they can also choose to start with ELICOS from like 10 weeks per level. So it could be 3 months or 6 months or a maximum of 9 months of ELICOS. So this is the only slide that mentions the intake dates. And at the bottom also, just to highlight that the university does not have an application deadline, but because we can process applications and issue offers right up till intake. But it's the visa for international students, they need time for the visa, so they should allow a minimum of 8 weeks to apply for the visa. So just taking an example, if they're coming for a September intake, they ideally should be able to accept their offers by end of June, for example. Right, moving on to our teaching staff. We currently have over 150 teaching staff from 14 countries. Majority are PhD holders. And on campus, the staff to student ratio is currently 1 to 20, meaning for every 20 students, there is 1 teaching staff. Right, the next several slides will just be showcasing the facilities on campus. So here we have our career fairs, which we hold every semester on campus. So this is for final year or even second year students who would like to get some experience or apply for a job even before they graduate. So they have an option to do that on campus. Here's the student HQ. It's basically a one-stop center for students to get enrolled, get their timetable, make fee payment. They need to change their course or drop any units, or also inquire about the visas. So it's really a one-stop section. Auditorium. Okay, these are standard teaching facilities. Okay, the library was recently upgraded, so we have very new facilities. We still have books, although the majority of resources are now also available online. And we also have a 24-hour section in the library. So perhaps we are one of the few universities in Malaysia that has facilities open 24 hours. So here we are, it's called the Junction, which is an extension of the library, and it's open 24 hours for students, and access is by student ID. So only students can access with their ID. So outsiders would not be able to enter this. Lab facility, so being our largest faculty, civil engineering, here's just an example of the lab. got robotics and mechatronics. So there's a dedicated lab for every major in the engineering degree. Cybersecurity for those taking computer science. So we also have it as a major in computer science, or currently we also have a standalone Bachelor of Cybersecurity. IoT, another major under computer science. Cisco, this would be under cybersecurity as well. Science labs, also besides engineering, we do offer two science programs, the Bachelor of Science in Biotechnology and also Environmental Science. So these are 3-year science degrees. Engineering will be 4 years. So the majority of our degrees, for design, we offer two programs, graphic design and also multimedia design. So this is usually where the Adobe Creative Campus benefit comes in, because the students, they don't have to worry about the software. They have free access to the full suite of Adobe for whatever project work they need to do. Open Lab, so these are basically computer labs. Open Lab means these are general labs with general software, which are open to all students. Again, we have a few that are open 24 hours. So if a student wants to come into campus any time of day, they can either use one of the open labs or even part of the library. Mac Lab, we do have one it's actually for all students, but generally used by the design students. Lecture hall, so again, this mirrors what they have in Australia. If you see the round arrangement, the circular arrangement is to encourage discussion among students. So this is one of the larger halls, which can accommodate about 80 students. Our typical lecture room has a limit of 25 students per lecture. And then for tutorials, will be even smaller, maybe about 15 students. For sports, we have two halls. This one is the multi-purpose hall. This green one it was the first one. Inside, we have a basketball court, badminton, and have a gym on the first floor. And here's the student hub, also a newer facility. This is more like a student lounge, again open for students. Inside, besides, I think you saw the pool table in the video. Besides that, we also have an esports room. And on the first floor, we have a volleyball court. And then we also have a music room, dance studio, and additional discussion rooms. The Borneo Atrium is our event space. So I think you also had a glimpse of that in the video. So this is also open for students to use for club activities. So for our own students, they're free to use. If people from outside want to use the facility, they'll have to pay rent. Yeah, but it's free for staff and students. And it's actually linked to the library. So the escalator actually brings them directly up to the junction, the 24-hour part of the library. So here we have how one of our open days being held in the Borneo Atrium. So we have sufficient facilities on campus to host events. The food hall is our cafeteria. So it's basically in between the academic blocks and the student village or the student hub. So we currently have 2 levels. Ground floor is al fresco. The first floor will be air conditioned, and there are up to 15 choices of food stalls. For your information, being in Malaysia, on campus, all food is halal. But if a student wishes to go for non-halal food, it's just an easy short walk outside the campus in any direction. There are plenty of food options, including 24-hour restaurants. There's also a convenience store here in the food hall. Right. Okay. I think if we have time, this is my last video. So this one will just show is a run through a drone view of the campus.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.
Yeah, I think there was an issue with the video. Hopefully, I still have you guys. Let me move on. Um, so moving on to our student club activities, we currently have more than 30 active student clubs on campus. So depending on the students' interest, they could join any of these clubs, or they can also start their own club depending on what what interests them. Okay, so this would be probably something important for most new students. We have our own on-campus accommodation. We call it the student village. So from the map, you saw that it's within the campus itself as well. So it's also a recently upgraded facility. It has its own dedicated reception, um, here a lounge on every floor, and then also full kitchen for students who can cook. There's a full kitchen and freezer storage, dining area, laundry. Washrooms are shared on campus. All washrooms are shared. So if the student requires their own attached bathroom, then we'll recommend off-campus options. Some are very near walking distance as well. For room types, we have here we have a standard twin, which is for two people. So here we see all rooms come with a fan. So if the for air conditioning, if they want AC, then it's a standard plus, but the room size will be the same. For single, we also have a standard, which is fan only, and also plus with AC. So the size of a single room will be about half the size of a twin room. But we also offer a premium king option. These are limited, but for students who want additional space, an extra large room, but only for one person and with an extra large bed as well. So we do offer a premium king option. Here's the range, the full range of the on-campus options, as well as the monthly rent. So there you have it in Ringgit Malaysia, as well as the USD equivalent. And for off-campus, there are a number of options. So here we're just highlighting the nearer ones. The two at the top, on the right, Victoria Hall is just next door to the campus, so it's literally 2-minute walk from campus. The one on the left, top left, Kenny Hill, is a bit further, but it's less than 10 minutes walk from campus. So these two are walkable. The ones at the bottom are more like apartments, and these are around 5 to 10 minutes drive from campus, but they also provide the free shuttle. So students don't have to worry about transport. There will be a shuttle like 5 times a day to bring them to and from campus. As mentioned, Kuching is not a big city, so getting around is actually very easy. And I also noticed in most of our countries today, we are using the same Grab app. So if you're using your Grab app, say from Myanmar, you can also use it in Kuching in Malaysia. And I would say actually the rate in Malaysia is probably a bit cheaper. Right, these are other off-campus options. So Kuching, hosts many international students. So we have plenty of options for the student if they prefer to stay, for example, near the city center or near a shopping mall. Then our accommodation office can actually assist them to look for other suitable accommodation. Okay, so now entry requirements. So today I understand we are speaking to quite a few different academic qualification. So here I've listed, hopefully it's clear, okay, on one page, our entry requirements. So basically, if the student has Laos Year 12 or Myanmar matriculation or IGCSE or GED, they will generally be required to start with the foundation year, because although in Malaysia, some of these qualifications can be admitted directly into degree, we generally still have to follow the Australian entry requirement. So we're usually somewhere in between. So here you can actually see for our foundation program. So if you have Laos Year 12 or Myanmar matriculation, then you need about 60% to get into the foundation year. If IGCSE, then 5 Cs is enough for foundation. Or if you have GEDs, CGPA of 2.4 can also get into the foundation. Below that, then we can also offer a diploma option, right? If the student has A levels or IB or AP or Thailand M6, we can amend them directly into degree with these scores. So A levels, 8 points basically means if you have, for example, A is 5 points, B is 4 points, and C is 3 points, and so on. We will look at the best three subjects. So 8 points is something like two C's and one D in A levels. Actually, they can already get into degree. For IB, depending on the program they're applying for, it will range from 24 to 26. So the more technical programs like engineering, design will need 26. Right? Again, not very high score. For AP, then that's the CGPA range that we require for degree entry, and also for Thailand M6, that's the CGPA range, 2.5 to 3 for entry. Again, the higher ones would be for the technical program. Besides these, we of course have English language requirements. So the most common would be IELTS, TOEFL, and we can also accept a Pearson Test of English, PTE, and another one, maybe not as popular, but accepted is a Lingua Skill. So these are usually the more common ones. If the student has O-level English or A-level English, then we can also accept that in place of an English test score. And okay, almost at the end, we do give scholarships. Okay, not for every qualification, but again, based on those that coming into foundation and degree. For example, if you coming into foundation based on Myanmar matriculation or IGCSE or GED, these will be the requirements to get a first year scholarship. So it starts from generally about 80%. They will get about US about $1,250 off, up to a maximum of 3,000 if they are basically a 90% average student or have 8 A's in IGCSE. Those with A levels or IB or AP coming into degree, then those are the minimum scholarship requirements. So in A levels, if a student has at least one A, they're already getting about $2,000 in scholarship, in first year scholarship. So our maximum again is for 3 A's in A levels, they'll get about 3,000 in first year scholarships. And for the corresponding IB and AP listed there as well. So IB, they'll need about 35 for a maximum scholarship. Okay, I hope that was clear, and we'll be happy to take questions. Right, so our application process now is fully online. So there's an online application portal. The student can register with their email and upload their documents, or the agents can also do it on their behalf. So when you apply as an agent, do remember to indicate your agency name and email on the first page. There'll be a field there to indicate so that we know that it's from the agency and not directly from the student. Right, so we have several ways the students can stay up to date. Our website is constantly updated with the latest program information, fees, intakes. Yeah, and we're also active on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Okay, we are still in development. Right, so that's the end. I'll just leave my contact details here. You can feel free to email me, or WhatsApp is very popular in Malaysia, so we are always very reachable on WhatsApp. Viber, yeah, it's also available. So yeah, so I think that's the end of my presentation, and I will stop sharing, and we can take some questions.
Thank you, Dylan. I think there's a questions and question and answer box. Oh, I think I see Rachel's typing. Can a student with a 2-year diploma in Malaysia can enter direct to third year of a bachelor degree in Swinburne?
Okay. So yeah, I see Richard typing, but let me generally say not into third year. A 2-year diploma in Malaysia is generally recognized as also equivalent to an Australian diploma. They can get up to 1 year exemption. Yeah, so still have to do second and third year. Okay, so recognized diploma, 1 year exemption. If advanced diploma, so if it's equivalent to an Australian advanced diploma, then possibly more than 1 year, maybe up to 2 years. So really a case by case basis. But if you're talking about Malaysian diploma, 2 years, 2.5 years, they will get typically maximum of 1 year's exemption. So it will still be at least 2 years left in the degree.
I see. So let's say example, students take qualifications, let's say from INTI, Sunway, HELP,
Yeah.
those diploma programs, then they can try to apply for direct entry with some credit exemptions.
Yes. Yeah. Even our own diploma, they'll typically get 1 year exemption. I think the maximum we are giving is maybe 1.5 years. If it's a very related program, they can get up to 1.5 years after our diploma into our degree.
Okay, sure, no problem. Um, the entry requirement for the GED and matriculation old and new. I think it's because actually not too long ago, I think the Malaysian MQA they actually recognize Myanmar matriculation as a direct
Yeah,
entry.
yeah.
But does Swinburne recognize it?
Yeah, no, unfortunately no. So yeah, I was just in Myanmar like a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, we knew the MQA had some updates, but unfortunately Australia they haven't actually changed their entry requirement.
I
So
see, okay.
for Myanmar matriculation, still need to do foundation, but we do give scholarships based on that. If they have done Myanmar matriculation plus maybe 1 year of degree back home, back in Myanmar, there is a possibility of direct degree entry, but it's again case by case.
Okay,
Okay.
interesting.
All right. I hope
Okay.
that answered the question. Okay, just to the one about entry requirements. I see they mentioned GED. So yes, GED generally also needs to do foundation, but we may be able to shorten the foundation if the GED score is, for example, 145 for each subject, which again is not difficult. 145 and above for every subject, then they may be eligible for a fast track foundation. That means instead of two semesters or 1 year foundation, they just do one semester. So it's about 4 months of foundation. So that's possible for GED students. Yeah, but otherwise still need to do foundation.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
All right. Okay, I'm reading the questions now. I see
Yeah.
one from Tata. Do you accept HND qualifications for entry into second or third year of bachelor degree? HND, yes. So higher national diploma again is generally equivalent to a diploma. So typically second year. I hope that answered the question. Unless it's an Australian equivalent to an Australian advanced diploma, then they may be able to get more than 1 year exemption. Okay, I'll move on to the next question. Thanks, Tata, for the question. Can we transfer or exchange after one semester attended in Malaysia? And can we need to pay Malaysia fee with Australia exchange rate? Okay, so basically exchange is after the first year because they basically need to see that you've done 8 units in the first year. So as they can apply at the end of first year to go in the beginning of second year, but they still have to uh, physically do the first year of their degree before they go on exchange. So exchange can basically happen in the second year, in the first semester, or the second semester. If it's a non-engineering or non-computer science degree, they may be able to do it in the beginning of their final year. That means the third year, semester one, still possible to go on exchange, but they'll have to come back after exchange. So that is the condition. That's why we don't allow them to go on exchange in the final semester. And if they're doing an engineering or computer science degree, then final year involves a final year project. So again, cannot go on exchange. Right. So hope that was clear. The second question was, can we pay Malaysian fee with Australia exchange rate? I'm not too sure what that means. Because when you pay to the university, like with the fees when we charge in Malaysian ringgit, you can pay in any currency, and usually the receiving bank will convert to Malaysian. So we receive in Malaysian ringgit, but you can actually pay in any currency from your home bank, from your originating bank. So I hope that answered the question. If not, please clarify.
All right, any questions, anyone?
Okay, I think I'll just clear this. Yeah, please feel free to ask us anything. Hopefully that was clear. Or if you'd like more clarification on what we covered earlier.
Do you offer free accommodations for international students?
Okay. It's again, it's not something that we offer all the time, but we did offer it last year in special cases. Okay, so yes, it is something we can consider. Yeah, so basically when student applies and if it's something that you think is worthwhile or it helps them with their decision making, we can consider what we did last year was we did offer a free semester stay on campus, but it was for the standard twin sharing room. That means it's the standard room, twin sharing, fan only, no AC, so free for one semester. If the student wanted to change the room option, they'll have to top up the difference, but we would give them the free room for one semester. So yes, we did offer that last year, and we'll see if there's a strong demand, we can consider for the future, for the near future. So again, I think we are focusing on first half recruitment. So generally, if coming to Malaysia, I think all the universities would say please allow about 2 months for the whole visa process, because the Malaysian visa is basically handled under EMGS, the same company. So it typically takes 2 months. And maybe one difference I need to highlight is that because you'll be hearing from different universities, majority based in West Malaysia or near Kuala Lumpur. One difference that the universities in Sarawak have is that when they apply for the visa, they will need to have a pre-medical check or pre-medical report. I understand it's not required in Kuala Lumpur, but for Sarawak, we have slightly different immigration requirement. So when your student accepts the offer for Swinburne Sarawak, for example, they will need to actually submit a pre-departure or pre-medical, in addition to the one they do after they arrive. So actually two in total. So that's one of the major difference for the visa application for student pass. Otherwise, everything else should be the same. And of course, the university will be handling the visa application on behalf of the student. They'll just need to provide their own documents. So just listing off a valid passport, passport valid for 2 years, the photo, and also the medical report. So basically, with that, we can assist with the visa application. Okay, thanks. Okay, I see another question. All SSD student can waive the English requirement. Yes, I believe so. If they in an English environment, English medium, and it's a Canadian and qualification. Yes, but in any case, whatever qualifications you receive from students, what you can do even before submitting an application, just feel free to share with us. You can WhatsApp me, you can Viber me, and I will be happy to do a quick check and let you know exactly what the student is eligible for, even in terms of scholarships. Yeah, so again, back to my previous about visa. So do allow 2 months for the visa process. And yeah, so if we are talking about the next available intake, maybe in April, right? April would be the next foundation intake. So actually probably by mid-February, they should be already starting to accept the offer with a payment and visa documents. Okay, OSSC student can directly enter into bachelor. Yes. So typically, we would require an average score of around 60, 65, depending on the student's high school, senior high school, or 12 qualification. So OSSD, I'll need to double check, but I believe it's around 60 or 65 to get directly into the bachelor's program. So yes, OSSD can. So in my slides, the slide about the entry requirements, I also had the link there to our website on the academic entry requirements. So feel free to check it out, because they're all quite updated. So most of the popular or the most common academic qualifications are listed on the website. So we have academic entry requirements, English entry requirements, and also scholarship requirements. So it's all there. So later on, we can share the slides with you, and you can take your time to browse them.
Sure, no problem. Thanks, Dylan. Okay, I think we've got time for one more question.
Sure.
One more question, anyone? I think that's about it. All right, thanks a lot, Dylan. Please feel free to send me the slide if possible, so I can actually send it out to the team, to the
Sure.
to the team as well. Yeah.
All right.
Sure,
I'll
no
do
problem.
that right after this.
All right, sure. Thanks again, Dylan. All right, thank
Thank
you, everyone. I'll see you later. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day
Thanks,
ahead.
everyone. Take
Thank
care.
you.